In a small, dusty village, there lived a poor man named Aid. He owned little in the way of wealth or property, but he was rich in kindness and known for his honesty. He lived alone in a small thatched hut at the edge of the village, earning a meager income by working odd jobs for his neighbors. Though he had barely enough to eat each day, he never complained, and he always shared whatever he had with those even less fortunate than himself. Despite his poverty, Adi had a cheerful spirit. He would help his neighbors harvest their crops, fix broken fences, and carry heavy loads, all with a big smile. He was always the first to volunteer when anyone needed help, and people often wondered how someone with so little could give so much. One day, the king of the land decided to visit the village to see how his people lived. The villagers were excited and nervous, for it was rare to see the king himself. People hurried to clean their homes and present their finest goods, hoping to gain the king's favor. Aid, however, went about his day as usual, busy helping his neighbor repair a leaking roof. As the king walked through the village, he noticed Aid's worn clothes, calloused hands, and the small, simple hut at the edge of the village. Curious, the king approached him. "Aid," the king said, "why do you work so hard when you own so little? You give your time to others, yet you yourself have almost nothing." Aid smiled and bowed respectfully. "Your Majesty, I may not have riches, but I have enough. I find joy in helping others, and in doing so, I feel rich in my heart." The king, intrigued by Aid's response, decided to test him. "If I gave you a bag of gold, what would you do with it?" Aid thought for a moment and replied, "I would use it to help the people of this village. Many are struggling, and a bag of gold would feed and clothe them. I would also save some for times of need, and perhaps improve my little hut so that it doesn't leak when it rains." The king was impressed, but still wanted to know if Aid's generosity was genuine. So he handed Aid a small, sealed pouch, saying, "Inside this pouch is a treasure that can make you wealthy beyond your imagination. Use it wisely, Aid." Aid accepted the pouch with gratitude, though he was puzzled by the king's words. That evening, he opened the pouch, expecting to find gold coins or jewels. Instead, he found 3 small seeds wrapped in a cloth. He examined them carefully, wondering if there was some mistake. But then he remembered the king's words and realized that perhaps this treasure was not meant to bring him immediate wealth. Trusting that the seeds held something valuable, he planted them near his hut and tended to them every day. As the weeks passed, the seeds grew into strong plants with beautiful flowers, and soon they bore fruit unlike any he had seen before. The fruit was fragrant, sweet, and nourishing, and its seeds grew quickly, allowing him to plant more. Aid shared the fruits with his neighbors, and they soon discovered that the plants could survive even in poor soil and yielded plenty of food. Word spread about Aid's miraculous plants, and soon people from neighboring villages came to see them. Aid shared seeds with everyone who came, encouraging them to grow the plants in their own villages. In time, these plants became a source of food for many people, ending hunger in the region. When the king returned to the village months later, he saw the transformation. There was no longer scarcity, the people looked healthy and joyful, and they spoke of Aid's generosity and how he had shared his treasure with them all. The king smiled and approached Aid once more. "You have used the treasure well," he said, "and you have shared your blessings with others. Now you are truly rich, not only in spirit but in the love of your people." Aid bowed humbly and replied, "Your Majesty, I only did what felt right. Wealth is not about what we keep but about what we give. My heart is full because my people are happy." And so, Aid lived out his days surrounded by friends and neighbors who loved him, and he was remembered as the man who had turned a humble gift into a fortune for all. The villagers learned that the greatest treasures are kindness, generosity, and a heart willing to give, even when one has little.